Wait, UNI has beaten Iowa State in football 6 different times? Buckle up because we're firing up the Notes on Iowa time machine and heading back to November 17th, 1900, when the Iowa State Normal School, now the University of Northern Iowa, went to Ames and earned its first ever football victory over Iowa State College in a 5-0 victory. For the Normal School, which had only recently started fielding competitive athletic teams, the victory really symbolized the growing importance of college sports in shaping school pride and community spirit across Iowa. At the turn of the 20th century, football was still a developing sport in the American Midwest. Rules were changing rapidly, protective gear was pretty minimal, and scoring was far different from the modern game. The Iowa State Normal School in Cedar Falls had formed its first football team in 1895, competing mostly against local colleges and clubs. Iowa State, founded earlier and with a larger student body, was already an established competitor in football. Games between the two schools reflected both athletic rivalry and institutional pride as smaller colleges sought to prove they could stand toe-to-toe with the state's major universities. In this environment, every touchdown and goal carried symbolic weight. The 1900 matchup between the Normal School and Iowa State was a defensive struggle played on a rough, muddy field. Scoring was rare and toughness mattered as much as strategy. The Normal School's team came about their lone score on a safety worth 5 points under the rules of the time after they pinned Iowa State deep in its own territory. Fans and students celebrated the narrow victory as a milestone achievement. Newspapers across the state took note of the upset, praising the Normal School's determination and discipline. For a team still building its reputation, the 5-0 win was proof that skill and effort could triumph over size and status. That November afternoon in 1900 became an early chapter in the long story of college football in Iowa. The game marked the first of many meetings between UNI and Iowa State and showed that competition could unite communities while also inspiring generations of student athletes. In addition to the win in 1900, Iowa State has lost to UNI at football in 1992, 1994, 2007, 2013, and 2016. As somebody who works at UNI and went to Iowa State, I find that both encouraging and alarming. Thanks for coming along for this ride of the Notes on Iowa time machine with me, Dr. Kevin Mason. Where will history take us next? Follow Notes on Iowa to ensure you don't get left behind as we continue to explore Iowa's past. Thanks for watching.